Hey guys, Drifter here. I have a rare treat for you today on my channel. I have a gameplay where I actually managed to do, by most standards, very good. What you're going to see is I go 44 and 1 using the MSMC with a silencer and laser for the most part. I'm also going to kill this guy over here by B-flag in just a second, and he's carrying around a target finder hammer. I just keep running into this guy and killing him a lot, so you're going to see me pick up his gun a couple of times, and you're going to get to see me refill the ammo once or twice when I kill him with his own gun. But the question, the topic of today's commentary is this a good or a bad gameplay? And you're probably thinking, well, Drifter, obviously you went 44 and 1, you're going to get 3 VTOLs and kill all these people. This very clearly is a good gameplay, but I would kind of have to disagree with you for a couple of reasons here. And we're going to start by asking you the question, what gameplays do you want to show off? What gameplays do most people seek to show off? And the gameplays that most people say they want to show off when they ask, like, how good are you at Call of Duty? What's your best game at Call of Duty? The answer is usually like, well, remember, there was this one time I was playing, we could pick a map, we'll just say Hijacked, and I was only using the, we'll just pick a gun, let's say the KSG, and I managed to go on an 8-man KSG streak without reloading. I called in my airstrike, killed a bunch of people, blah blah blah. I just dominated and massacred and worked my way up to a swarm, and then I got 2 swarms, and I did all this cool stuff, and at the end of the day my score was, 84 and 5, and the other team was like, man, you're good, and I got requests to join clans, that sort of stuff. That's what most people would describe as a good game. And if you can do the opposite measure and ask what type of gameplay would most people like to watch, the answer is probably an exciting gameplay. We'll watch a gameplay where you use, very aggressive guns, very aggressive tactics. We want you to get high kill streaks, but most importantly, we want you to do a lot of cowboy, quick draw kind of gunfights. Shooting people in the back isn't particularly fun. We like gameplays where you just roll up in that spawn and shred through people and outgun them and show them how much better you are at aiming than they are. These would be the most common answers that you would see into what type of gameplay people like to show off and what type of gameplay people like to watch. But are either of these actually measures of good gameplay? And I would say no. These are measures of a particular type of gameplay. These are measures of a mismatch in gameplay. This would show you when you are clearly better than the other team, when you have the advantage over them, and when they're really not going to be able to fight back. And that's kind of what you're seeing in this particular gameplay. I'm not playing with a full party, mind you. You can see on the map we've got some greenies, we've got some greenbacks and randoms. But I am playing with 2 other people, very capable individuals, O and J-Hub. You'll find their channels hiding down there in the description somewhere. Both of these people are very good pub stompers. They're very good at Call of Duty. They're very good at predicting player movement. So while I sit in the house with my hammer and target finder and other sort of guns, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about the objectives. I don't have to worry about callouts. I don't have to worry about teamwork. I can just sit there and kill people while they run around and handle everything else. Now, mind you, I don't often do this. It's usually the other way around. I'm the person handling everything else while they run around and kill people, but sometimes you gotta take turns and trade off. But that doesn't make this gameplay good. It just shows that, we can pub stomp, that we can destroy people. So we need to get back on topic and say, well then, what is good gameplay, Drifter? You're teasing me here. Tell me what gameplay is good, and what's really annoying is when my VTOL gets stuck and I can't turn, and then they shoot me down. Very frustrating, very wasted, useless VTOL right there. The gameplay that I say is good are close games. They're games where the match is even, where you don't know if you're going to win, if you're going to lose, where you have to play the whole time and fight tooth and nails and scrape all the way through, just praying that the other guys are going to make a mistake, using every last ounce and ability of your skill to outwit, outmaneuver, outflank, and simply outgun them. This doesn't happen that often. Usually when I'm playing public matches, I either get matched up with people that may or may not be vegetables, or occasionally like an MLG team that's practicing, and to them I look like the vegetable. The good games are games where you really get to test your skill, where you get to stretch yourself, where you're dolphin diving onto that flag, onto that bomb at the very last minute, when every single play counts. This would be more like a pro game, where every single flashbang is important, where every decision, every call out really matters to people. And those are the games I like. How would you measure this, though? What measure would you say on YouTube is, a way to find one of these good games to watch? Unfortunately, you'll have to watch the person that is in said game die a little bit, because he's not going to have that great of a game and sweat that hard if he's dominating everybody. But that's the measure, the sweat. You can measure this by the sweat of your brow, how clammy your hands are, how fast your heart is beating, how sweaty you're getting, how much you're paying attention, and how much you're focusing. For me, I jump to 2 opposite extremes on focus when I'm playing a good game. In this particular game, I was quiet. Just dead, silent, quiet. Everybody else was jabbering and talking. Me, I was just sitting there quiet. Play planning, playing, planning, thinking. On the opposite extreme, what I usually do even better at is when I'm so excited and happy and talking and not paying attention to anything, and my hands and my brain move without me. They're doing things that the conscious isn't even paying attention to, and I manage to shred through people, not even paying attention because I'm focusing on the people I'm talking to and having a good time. But again, that's difficult to measure. You have to measure your own way. You have to know how you play when you're being stressed, when you're being pushed to your limit, how you react. And some people get nervous, they get shakes, some people sweat, some people are cold as ice, some people laugh, some people cry. When that's going on, that's when you know you're in a good game. And it's not a good game if they're smashing you into the dirt. That's not what I'm saying. The importance of losing is a different lesson for a different day, but the importance of playing a damn good game and appreciating damn good opponents is what I'm talking about today. So you need to know who you are and how you react to these kind of situations, and then you'll know. And those are the games I wish. I wish I could get matched up with more people to make me really play than just this. I mean, you've been watching this. How hard does this look for me to run around with ghosts and silenced SMGs and just hose people? It's not particularly fun. I mean, it's easy. I can do it. I could do it more often if it made you happy, but it doesn't make me happy, so I just kind of pass. That's why on this channel you always see me using goofy guns, because yeah, I can use the MSMC and AN94 and hop on and play 3 or 4 games and get a couple of really great ones. I actually got other ones tonight while I was going for this particular type of commentary. I'll use it for something later. But it's not fun. Why can't I challenge myself? And unfortunately, the way public matches are working right now, the challenge comes from using a goofy gun. I can't go into league play because I need a full team, and league play is the opposite for me. When I go into league play, instead of running into, equally skilled opponents, I run into MLG teams that are practicing, and they really do outstrip me, and I'm really not good enough to keep up. So I'm the vegetable to them, and I'm the guy that gets smashed, and that's not particularly fun, and I'm a little bit too stubborn to rage quit, so I just sit there and continually get smashed and smashed and smashed. I kind of avoid that. But the point is, you shouldn't chase games with hollow victories. Just because you win, just because your score is high, that doesn't mean you're good, that doesn't mean the gameplay is good, and that doesn't even necessarily mean that it's fun if you can do it all the time. What's fun for me is just getting my ass beat and then clawing back up, broken, bruised, and fighting back to the very last minute and clinching a victory. That's what I like, and that's what I would encourage you to go after. I'm actually running out of time a little bit here in this commentary. It didn't take too long to get through that, but one of the other things I wanted to say is that it really helps to have some teammates, not necessarily a full team. Sometimes that can get a little bit too loud, but at least 1 or 2 people that'll have your back, that can take care of the objectives, or that you can take care of the objectives while they do what they do. It's really difficult to get any kind of good gameplay or fun gameplay when you play 100% by yourself. You gotta find at least 1 to 2 people that you can really depend on to take care of things while you're out and taking care of your business the way that you want to play this game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I hope you learned something useful, and I hope you go out and reach for games that make you sweat. I hope you go out and chase those good fun games, and don't get frustrated when you die a little bit. When you die a little bit, all that means is you're getting challenged, and you need to rise and answer that challenge. Drifter out.